Hello you guys, and welcome back to It Don't Take All That. So my birthday tomorrow, and I'm doing some pre-birthday makeup, so let's get started. So you don't have to apply a lot of product on. I've prepped my skin, I have on a primer, so I'm gonna go in first with a concealer that's my skin tone and do a spot check. Anywhere I have hyperpigmentation, imperfections, I'm just going to cover up. Just doing a spot check. Here. Je veux pas être l'ami que tu voudrais. Avec une autre tour recommencer. Je vais y arriver et ça passera. J'ai pas besoin de toi. Then I have this spot here on my forehead. I'm going to cover up. They burned me on my eyebrows with hot wax, so I will cover that up soft. Okay, so I have the concealer on all my spots. I'm just gonna let it sit, or you can use a fan and let it dry a little bit before you start blending it in. Okay, so I'm going to start blending in, starting from the outer corners and just working it around. Giving me a little more coverage so I can apply less foundation. My hair is curled. I haven't combed it out yet. I haven't styled it yet. I've just curled it. So I'm going to style it when I finish and show you guys the final look. Ideally, you want to start blending the first you apply and then work your way to the last. Quand tu danses, dans ses bras tout se déchire. En moi voir ton corps, voir t'as choisi la vie qui me nargue. Donc je danse comme si je m'en foutais. Faire le fier qui peut tout oublier. So I'm thoroughly blended. Now I'm going to go in with a very, very thin layer of setting powder because I'm very, very oily, and this will cut down on some of the oil and keep my makeup looking matte all day. So I'll be using Laura Mercier setting powder, translucent honey, and I'm just gonna take a really big powder brush, really make sure you tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna dot first. And then once I get all of it off the brush, kind of lightly move around. This is a very thin layer. So this is just giving me a base. Go ahead and apply the foundation. I won't need as much foundation because I've done a little spot correcting already. I've got my thin layer of powder on, and I'm just going to give that a light set with some setting spray. Now I'm ready to get my foundation on. So I'm going in with my Covergirl Matte Foundation, Trublend. Give it a little shake. I'm not going to need much, so I'm just using a little Avoiding the under eye area. You don't want to get to layering too many products under here or you will have a lot of creasing. And this is just giving me a little color. The concealer was my skin complexion, but it's a little lighter still, even with the setting powder, so I'm just giving it, darkening it up. Darkening, yeah. And look how nice and matte that is because I put that thin layer of setting powder underneath.
Je veux pas être l'ami que tu voudrais. Avec une autre tout recommencer. Je vais y arriver.
Now I'm going to go in with my under eye concealer. I'll be using Tarte's Creaseless. And again, we don't want to do too much. Inner corner here. Outer corner, dragging it up. Here. Highlighting my brow area. And then a little love to the forehead and the nose. Maybe right there. That's it. Again, either fan or let it sit a few minutes, and then we'll blend it in, starting with the outer, working our way in. Drag it across that under eye. Drag it up here on the inner corner. And I'm bringing it down by my nose a little bit just to highlight this area of my face as well. This one.
Quand tu danses dans ses bras, tout se déchire. En moi, voir ton corps, voir ta joie, c'est la vie qui me nargue. Donc je danse comme si je m'en foutais. Faire le fier qui peut tout oublier. Je vais y arriver et ça passera. J'ai pas besoin de toi.
So it looks very greasy, so I'm just going to give it another round of blending. That is normal for it to look really dewy like this, and that's why you set it with powder and everything else. But I'm going to give it one more round with a different side of the Beauty Blender that doesn't have as much product on it and really smooth it out. So for the under eye, I'll be using banana powder. I'm using Anastasia's banana powder. And I'm going to use a brush for this. I really like this little small brush. And I'm going to use it. And I'm lightly patting powder on there. I will be baking. So everywhere I have concealer, I am lightly applying the powder. I'm just applying it right now and baking. And then I'm going to go back in with the Beauty Blender and kind of get out any creases that may form. I'm going to let it bake, and now I'm going to go in with some contour and blush. Some bronzer, warm up the face, blush, give me a nice little youthful pinky look, and let's get going with that. So my favorite to contour with, Juvia's Place Bronzer Palette in dark. I take a nice angled brush to hug my cheek, and just in that corner there, slimming the face. I'm not bringing it in too far. Just at this angle coming from the ear. And my jawline.
J'ai pas besoin de toi. Quand tu danses dans ses bras, tout se déchire. En moi, voir ton corps, voir t'as choisi la vie qui me nargue. Donc je danse comme si je m'en foutais. Faire le fier qui peut tout oublier. Je vais y arriver et ça passera. J'ai pas besoin de toi.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and pinch my brush because I'm lazy. And go up the side of my nose.
Je veux pas être l'ami que tu voudrais. Avec une autre tout recommencer. Je vais y arriver et ça passera. J'ai pas besoin de toi. Non.
So now I'm not putting any product on this, the same product I used to apply the translucent powder all over. I'm just lightly dusting so it blends and kind of get rid of any lines. So lightly. So for blush, I'm using the Zulu by Juvia's Place. I love this pink color. In here, I like the way it shows up on my skin. So I'm gonna show you. It's faint, but you can see it. And it's a nice little flush of pink. And of course you see I'm doing this going up to lift my face. Very good. So I love a brown, gold, shimmer, light, taupe almost color. I can't help myself. I always do it to my eyes. I love it so much. And today's gonna be no different. So I'm gonna do that. It's my favorite. It's my birthday, so I'm gonna do what I want. So I'm gonna do a like brown, golden, shimmer kind of look. But I am going to try like kind of a graphic liner look this time as well. So let's get started. Black eyeliner, just to create what I'm doing with the graphic liner. And I'm going to go ahead and start making that with a pencil. The last time I did a graphic liner, I didn't connect it. This one I will be connecting. So I really want this angle to be long and sharp. And then I'm going to come in and connect it. Je veux pas être l'ami que tu voudrais. Avec une autre tout recommencer. Je vais y arriver et ça passera. J'ai pas besoin. And fret not if your line isn't perfect because we can snatch this with some concealer. And we will snatch it with some concealer. J'ai pas besoin de toi. So I am trying to get it as nice as possible. So that's what I have so far. So I didn't want a black look, I want a brown. So I'm going over this with a brown shadow with a very thin brush. I'm gonna use this Morphe palette. This is 35W. The palette's called Warm It Up. So I'm gonna go in with a light brown first to cover up this black, and then I'll go on with a darker brown.
besoin de toi, non, 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 non. Oh, oh, oh. J'ai pas besoin de toi. Pas besoin de toi, non, non, pas besoin de toi.
So you can see this black is starting to soften up, and then I'm going to go over it with the brown I really want. A little more.
J'ai pas besoin de toi. Quand tu danses dans ses bras, tout se
Oh,
déchire.
fall out on the inside. I'm just going to clean that up a little.
T'as choisi la vie qui me nargue. Donc je danse comme si je m'en foutais.
Okay, so now I'm going in with the brown I really want. And if you want to wet the brush here, you can. So that it picks up. I'm going to have to do a lot of cleaning up with this.
Nostalgique, tous ces moments magiques. Je veux pas être l'ami que tu voudrais. Avec une autre tout recommencer. Je vais y arriver et ça passera. J'ai pas besoin de toi.
This is almost turning into a purple. We're gonna roll with it.
J'ai pas besoin de toi.
We're gonna get a flat brush that we would use to conceal under our eyes and fix this line, make it nice and sharp. So I've gone ahead and cleaned up that line, and then you can see there's concealer in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in this hole with the gold shimmer, and I'm gonna mix it with a gray shimmer. Okay, so for that, I'll be using this Nubian Coral palette by Juvia Place, and I'm just gonna use my finger. It's a brownish gold, and tap it in there. If your pointer finger's too big, you can use your pinky. And where it narrows out, I will switch to the pinky. You'll probably have to also take a brush and kind of spread it around. Oh yeah, where it narrows out in there, I'm using my pinky.
Quand tu danses dans ses bras, tout se déchire. En moi, vois ton corps.
And I'm going to use a lighter color to highlight in there, so I'm not really bringing it down in there. And I'm not going to go over this with a liquid liner because I want it to be kind of soft. I'm definitely doing a nude lip. When you see the full outfit, you'll see why. So I'm going to go in with some brown liner. I love any lip look with brown liner. Just works for everything. Okay. So I've dabbed the color on there and blotted it out, and now I'm going to go over it with a nice sheer nude gloss.
quelqu'un qui sait me faire vibrer, rêver, celle qui
see y'all in the next video. Bye.
me possédera, celle qui saura vraiment me